I should say spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home. If you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this video because I'm going to go into big spoilers. And yeah, it's very hard to talk about this movie when some people in some regions of the world, theaters aren't open because of the virus. And other countries have seen it like a week ago. It's very hard to gauge. But yes, spoilers. Now, Andrew Garfield return, absolutely brilliant. He was so funny, but he brought depth, he brought emotion to the character in Spider-Man No Way Home. It's like he didn't ever stop. Now, Tom Maguire got his third movie, Tom Holland got his third movie with a new trilogy to come, but Andrew Garfield never got it at all. And I think Spider-Man No Way Home sets it up absolutely beautifully for the Amazing Spider-Man 3. And right now, he's still trending. After nearly a week, Andrew Garfield, his Spider-Man, and TASM 3 is trending because many people want to see his third Spider-Man movie. Why not? The multiverse exists. Fans aren't stupid. Spider-Man is a huge attraction for people, whether it's Tom Holland, Tom Maguire, Andrew Garfield. All of the movies have made insane money at the box office, and Spider-Man No Way Home is no different. Now I want to read this article from the Direct about the potential with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Why Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man will meet Venom next. This is a theory by Liam Crowley, and I share this theory. Out of the three different live-action Peter Parker franchises, Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man films are surprisingly the most grounded. Garfield's Spidey battled unbelievable enemies, including a massive lizard and an overpowered electrician. But all of his adversaries were birthed out of his world. Rhys Ifans, Dr. Kurt Connors, and Jamie Foxx's Max Dillon were simply Oscorp employees before they received their sinister makeovers. This lack of extraterrestrial threats from Garfield's world is directly addressed in Spider-Man No Way Home, as both Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland's Peter Parker share stories of the enemies they've squared off against. Maguire's Peter mentions how he fought a black ball of alien goo before, while Holland's Peter makes note of his battle with an alien in space. This inevitably makes Garfield's Peter feel a bit left out, as his stories only extend to antagonists from Manhattan. While this Amazing Spider-Man has yet to face foes from outside his terrain, a key line of dialogue hints that this could be changing. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man future. Ahead of Spider-Man No Way Home's final battle, the three generations of Peter Parker share stories of their past battles. Both Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland mention their extraterrestrial standoffs, leading Andrew Garfield to wish he was in on the fun. Will we get The Amazing Spider-Man 3? Andrew Garfield had a piece of dialogue in the film saying, "I want to fight an alien." While Garfield's response can be interpreted as a throwaway line, there's a reason to believe it is a tease of what's to come. The movement behind The Amazing Spider-Man 3 has been active since 2014, but the campaign picked up significant steam this past weekend. The cancelled trequel trended on Twitter immediately following Spider-Man No Way Home's release, as fans relentlessly begged for Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker to get the chance to finish his trilogy. Fortunately for the Amazing Spider-Man faithful, recent reports suggest those wishes may be granted in a big way. If Garfield's Peter is to get another solo run, he'll have a tenured enemy lying in wait. Amazing Spider-Man versus Venom. Tom Hardy's Venom has been rumoured to clash with Spider-Man in due time, with many expecting that to come in the form of Holland's Peter Parker, as evident by No Way Home's post-credits scene. Hardy's MCU run was cut short as he dipped before he could meet Holland's Spidey face-to-face. That said, he may have another Spidey waiting for him on his home world. Sony Pictures has deliberately confused fans with their tangled web of Spidey franchises. Early trailers of Morbius revealed that Jared Leto walking past a poster of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, while later footage showcased a building with the same Oscorp logo as seen in The Amazing Spider-Man. That Morbius trailer also makes reference to Eddie Brock's iconic "I am Venom." That's why Tom Hardy gets paid. Line hinting that the Venom franchise exists within Morbius. If that Oscorp building is any indication, Venom and Morbius exist within the Amazing Spider-Man's world. Considering Garfield's Spidey has yet to clash with a symbiote, the groundwork is already laid for seamless integration on his web slinger into the Sony's spin-off universe. Regardless of where Garfield's Peter Parker goes next, he has no shortage of adversary opportunities. So look, that could have been a throwaway line. I want to fight an alien. That could have been just there for a comedic joke. Let's have some fun with this. He hasn't fought an alien. Tobey and Tom have. Let's just make some fun. Or it could be actually set up to seeing Andrew Garfield return. Now, I'm a Tobey fan. He is the GOAT. He's the best. But for me, Andrew Garfield was a standout. His comedic timing was just fantastic. The backstory of Gwen and not holding his punches was very interesting, and they set up a lot more for him than, say, Tobey Maguire to return. Now, I do think that Tobey will return in some way in the future, maybe a mentor type role, but it looks like that Sony wants Andrew Garfield to return for an Amazing Spider-Man 3. The Venom, Morbius, Kraven the Hunter, Sony Spider-Verse is Spider-Man-less right now. So could Andrew Garfield jump into that universe, or is that actually his universe already? That's very interesting. Tom Holland can be the MCU Spider-Man, and Sony can still make insane money because it's in the MCU, and they can also make even more money with Spider-Man in their Sony Spider-Verse, whether it be Tobey Maguire, Miles Morales, Andrew Garfield. But for now, I definitely think it's Andrew Garfield, and eventually it will be Miles Morales. And I think eventually we will get a live action Into the Spider-Verse type movie, because Spider-Man, guys, is just insanely popular, and the box office to be made is just absolutely insane. I did a video on the channel earlier today breaking down the box office of Spider-Man No Way Home. It is insanity. It's absolutely crazy, especially in a pandemic era with a new strain coming and many places shutting down. It's making absolute insane money. And well done to Sony and Spider-Man, and it's great to see. But it looks like that because Tom Hardy was in the MCU, he left a bit of the Venom in the MCU, but he's back in his own universe right now, and that universe needs a Spider-Man. So what will they do? I would love to see him return. I would love to see him finish his trilogy, get another movie, or maybe not even a solo movie, but pop up in Venom 3 or Morbius 2 or Kraven the Hunter 1 and 2, stuff like that. Be a connective tissue, be a web, per se, to the Sony verse. That would be really cool. And if Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is in the marketing for Venom 3 or Morbius or Kraven the Hunter, the box office is automatically going to go up. And Sony know that. So it's very exciting right now to be a Spider-Man fan, especially if you're an Andrew Garfield and the Amazing Spider-Man movie fan. And the fans are coming out in full force right now because there's an event planned for Christmas Day. The hashtag TASM3 is being used, and they want to trend on that day to show Sony that we want Andrew Garfield back as Spider-Man in an Amazing Spider-Man 3 movie. I would like to see it. I'd watch it. I'd love to see Tobey come back for Spider-Man 4 as well. I would really love that. I hope they end up doing that. But there's a huge fan base right now behind Andrew Garfield and for him to return. Guys, what's your thoughts? Did you like Spider-Man No Way Home? Which Spider-Man was the best for you? I thought all three did a fantastic job. Their chemistry, the jokes, everything was just fantastic to watch. It was cool to see them all back. But who do you think will get expanded more? Tobey, Andrew, Tom was already confirmed for a trilogy, or maybe all three will get expanded even more. Maybe we'll have 3 different Spider-Man universes going on at the one time. 4 if you include the Into the Spider-Verse animated movie, which is getting a part 1 and part 2 with Miles Morales. That's awesome to see. So guys, what's your thoughts on this? You think it's going to happen? Think Sony are going to do it? I think they would be crazy not to do it because of the money it's making right now. And people talk about oversaturation. I don't believe that, because how many comic book movies came out this year from Marvel alone? Then how many shows came out from Marvel alone? Then you look at Wonder Woman 84, the Snyder Cut, the Suicide Squad. Then you look at the TV shows like Superman and Lois, Stargirl, Titans. With Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. out this year as well. So many different shows and movies from Marvel and DC are out right now, and there doesn't seem to be any oversaturation whatsoever. Fans will watch what interests them. If the marketing is good, if the hype is good, they will go and see it. A good example is the Suicide Squad. The marketing for that wasn't great, the hype wasn't there. And then a great example of it, the Snyder Cut. Huge momentum around that movie. So guys, what's your thoughts on this? Let me know below. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out my Batman video. New information about the Batman, Robert Pattinson's The Batman movie. Also the box office for Spider-Man No Way Home. Let me know your thoughts. And also, guys, thanks very much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. Come follow me on all my socials, and I'll see you in the next video.